October 20th, 2025, and it is 5:30 p.m.
Flanagan. Hay. King.
Here.
McHugh.
Here.
North.
Here.
I would like to move to approve the agenda with some changes. I'd like to switch D1 and D3 around. I'd like to take the minutes off of the consent agenda and we'll revisit those in December.
Just need a second?
Oh, I'll second.
King.
Yes.
McHugh.
Yes.
North.
Yes. All right. Judge Jones, thank you so much for joining us this evening. We have 3 board members being sworn in this evening. They were elected by consent? No, it's a new word. Acclamation. Thank you. So that means that the 3 of us received enough signatures on our petition to become candidates. We did not have anyone run against us, so would you like us all 3 up front at the same time? Okay.
That's fine. We'll do one at a time.
So we can all come up though.
Yep.
Yeah, let's do it all at once.
Thank you so much for making this.
No problem.
Yeah. Watch the wires.
Yeah, don't fall over the wires, please. Okay, good evening. All right, you'll repeat after me. Raise your right hand. I, Jessica North, we're doing one at a time.
Okay. I, Jessica
Can't do it
North.
all at once. Okay. I, Jessica North,
I, Jessica North,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully perform the duties of the Office of School Director,
to faithfully
perform
the duties of school,
the Office of School
Office
Director
of School Board Director
as required by law,
as required by law,
and will support the Constitution of the United States,
and will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Colorado,
the Constitution of the State of Colorado,
and the laws made pursuant thereto.
and the laws made pursuant thereto.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sign all these here in a minute. Sydney Lynch. Raise your right hand, repeat after me. I, Sydney Lynch,
I, Sydney Lynch,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully perform the duties
that I will faithfully perform the duties
of the Office of School Director
of the Office of School Director
as required by law,
as required by law,
and I will support the Constitution
and I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Colorado,
and the Constitution of the State of Colorado,
and the laws made pursuant thereto.
and the laws made pursuant thereto.
Congratulations. Okay, one more. Nicole Beers. Raise your hand and repeat after me. I, Nicole Beers,
I, Nicole Beers,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully perform the duties
that I will faithfully perform the duties
of the Office of School Director
of the Office of School Director
as required by law,
as required by law,
and I will support the Constitution of the United States,
and I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Colorado,
the Constitution of the State of Colorado,
and the laws made pursuant thereto.
and the laws made pursuant thereto.
Congratulations to you as well.
Everybody else.
I'll sign up here.
Thank you again.
You're welcome.
Oh,
you're fine. All fine.
Oh, okay. Do you want us to read this out?
Yeah,
Yes.
go ahead.
Can we do this one all together?
No, individually.
That's what
Okay.
just signs though, right? And
I
she
have,
just-
you have to sign it, and I have to notarize it.
Right, yeah, so you just have to watch the signing.
Yeah.
So I'm going here.
So these affidavits state that we as board members are aware and will comply with the confidentiality requirements and restrictions applicable to executive sessions of the board as described in the Colorado revised standards statutes
CRS.
246402, and that these confidentiality requirements, regardless of whether I participate in executive session in person or electronically, in accordance with the board policy adopted pursuant to CRS 2232-108. So, yes, exactly.
Every time we pass something, I was giving the history to
I got a tour too, as I say, it's a tour, I don't want. There's a lot of history there.
There's a lot going on.
And Karen, just a few people, the history of them.
What's
Oh,
that?
you do a few of the people. the
You
history
were
of them.
standing there, so I did. Just was reading from it. Do we have any public comments this evening?
Rachel Richardson.
Thank you. Rachel, when you're ready. We've got it set up over here.
That's right.
So,
Yeah, I did.
Kristen, that's it. Yeah.
Thanks for moving public comment. Appreciate it. All right, I speak to you this evening on behalf of the Education Association and the over 75% of educators who signed the petition in September indicating that even if they can't afford union membership dues, they want collective representation by the association. Some colleagues and I had a wonderful opportunity to attend a teacher training this week where we learned best practices for enabling students to be the drivers of their educational experience. We studied specific instructional techniques that maximize student learning and engagement. We immersed ourselves in strategies that elevate student agency, voice, choice, and self-direction. We learned new approaches to facilitating civil discourse, which is not only a crucial life skill, but an important component of cementing learning. We also spent time reflecting on the importance of developing our students' sense of dignity and belonging. Educators know that student success is dependent on not just feeling they matter, but knowing they matter. And this core value was evident throughout the training that I attended this week. This new board has the opportunity to return agency, voice, and choice to its employees. Beginning tonight, you, our new board, can better align, has the opportunity to determine how its values and actions can better align with our learner profile attributes, specifically collaboration, character, leadership, and communication. I welcome and I urge our new group of leaders to model what's expected of educators and lead the way to restoring our sense of dignity, belonging, and the belief that we matter. Thank you.
Is that the only?
Yes.
Okay. All right, then I would love for Hayden to join us.
Thank you for being here. Thanks for having me.
So my name is Hayden Rentis, and my colleague, or peer and I, Maggie Kaufman, just wanted to address some of the high school policies we've noticed over the past 4 months. So as students, we've noticed there's a lot of inconsistency within the major policies of the high school. This includes all the policies, as in the tardy policy, the phone policy, and the dress code. Some teachers enforce these policies, some do not. This causes confusion within the student body for many reasons, because in one class they can do one thing, in one class they can do another. So they're like, oh, well, I can do whatever I want in this class and I can't in this class. So this is not, like, this is mainly phone policy, but it's not just about the phone policy. The dress code, phone policy, and tardy policies were enforced, and discipline was also enforced at the beginning of the school year. However, there is no discipline for any of these policies within the high school anymore, or so it seems.
I'm sorry, I missed that last sentence. However, what?
There's not a lot of discipline for these policies anymore.
Okay.
So if a student doesn't, originally for the tardy policy, if you missed or if you were tardy for 3 classes, you had lunch detention. However, it seems this is not a thing anymore. And for dress code, you had to change. Well, dress code hasn't been enforced at all. With the phone policy, students had it where their phones were taken away and taken to the office, but now it also seems that that is not occurring anymore. And in some classes, students are allowed to have their phones out. And in others, you have to put your phones in the pouch, and that way you can pay attention to class. In some classes, you are also allowed to have your own computer, and some you are not. So there's a lot of inconsistency within all the classes around the school. Maggie and I believe that these policies should be enforced consistently, and discipline also needs to be enforced if students violate these policies. So we just want to make sure that that everything is enforced equally, and if you violate it, you need to be disciplined.
So to be clear, it's not the policies themselves that are inconsistent, it's the enforcement of the
Yes.
policies. Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay, thanks.
That's it for us today. I'm sure we're gonna communicate with all the rest of the students around the school, and we're gonna try to talk to the elementary schoolers as well. And we'll have more for you guys next meeting.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Board of Education updates. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll start, or
Say
you
it.
want them to start?
Say it for Nikki, would you? Do you have
I
anything?
just want to share that I'm excited to be part of the school board and looking forward to working with all of you and our community and our teachers.
Thank
Short and sweet.
So we'll go down the line. I know it says Marcy next, but
You just want me to.
sure.
I wanted to join the school board because I have, I think, a lot of reasons. I've got 3 little kids, my husband's a teacher, and I feel like I'm a pretty involved community member. And so I'm hoping that I can be a positive influence here, and maybe bring some new insight to, I don't know, some hot topics that there are.
Thanks. All right, Marcy.
I attended the November DAC meeting where we welcomed new members, quite a few, I think it was approximately 10. Jessica, Wes, and I answered questions and provided board updates in response to the winter survey. We also discussed goals for this year, with priorities being academic achievement and accountability, communication and community engagement, and student voice and experience. And Jessica, Wes, and I, along with several enrollment task force committee members went to DU, and we listened to student presentation / proposals with ideas on how to help our district with our enrollment and decline enrollment. It was like five groups of students, 5 students each, and then we listened to their proposals, and then we got to grade them and pick out the one that met the criteria, I guess. And the good news was that our pick was also the teacher's pick. So it was a really cool experience. And then I met with the employee handbook committee and we reviewed the draft handbook.
Let's see, I did go to the safety group meeting, this past week, the day after our last meeting, basically, and, you know, the Life Spot was brought up again, as well as other apps, and discussed amongst the group there, and, a little more information will be coming on that, I think on Wes's report. I'll let you do that. We also met as a long-range committee. We had a presentation by Cypher, and they gave us the options of what we can do on the mill and the bond options. And it's so much more complicated than it really needs to be, but it is complicated. The group, Aaron and his support team have set up the Google Drive, and the docs are getting shared so that they have all of that information between budgets and the reserve study and you know, different things going on that pertain to this particular effort. The next meetings will cover the state of our finances and budgets, because that is one of the most complicated things for that particular group to have a really good handle on what is going on in the state of our finances moving forward. And this is the group that we're hoping will go out and project to the community for all the reasons if we were to decide to go for a bond effort, and they'll have all of the information to be able to answer those questions for folks. I also attended the employee handbook review. I really like the way Chris just, that. That was great. And then I had my first meeting of the CAC, which is a community advisory committee that has been stood up by the sheriff's office. So I'm happy to report that I get to serve on that particular committee with Erica. So she's not rid of me yet. And some of the things on the safety group were also discussed at this particular meeting too. So it's a good continuity. Wes and I are going to work with Mitch on the ECE lease and just see where we're at with our milestones. Family breakfast this morning at GCE was pretty great. I think there was maybe a piece of bacon left for at least one teacher. And then Wes and I met with the undersheriff and patrol captain to discuss, you know, Life Spot and master key access protocols and what that's going to look like for us and how can we make that work. From the board's perspective, that's going to mean that we're going to have to make a couple of edits to some access policies, as well as, it's basically the access policy. But it's literally a sentence in the one policy, so that should be okay. We'll bring it to the board. I don't know, did you get any information back from Undersheriff today?
No, I think he's excited to be.
I think he's excited.
He's excited, he's working his way around meeting the community and so forth.
Well, and the thing about when Wes and I met with the sheriff's folks today to talk about Life Spot, they had graciously offered to see what they could do to pull the funding 100% for us. And I mean, I almost fell out of my chair. That was pretty great. So that would be a win-win. And then let's see. Oh, and then I was discussing with Jen Berry, our wonderful CFO, and we have various expense authority policies, and for anybody coming in, it's a bit of a quagmire, and I think this effort that Jen and I are gonna go through may help you ladies specifically, as well as the long range committee. But what we'll be doing is crafting a flow chart, you know, for the spending authority things. And we have identified, and I think we identified this almost 2 years ago, but we have at least 2 policies that are in direct conflict with each other. And so us as a board will need to look at that and decide what fits us now today. So that'll be coming up. For some of the more fun things, Georgetown Christmas Market is the first 2 weekends in December. That is the biggest fundraiser for GCS. $7,000 to $8,000 is just a really great thing for GCS to be able to do. And so if you're looking for them, they're no longer in the park itself, they're in the big tent now.
They're selling brats.
Bratwurst,
Yes.
yes. My dog's big. We do have Christmas tree lighting in Georgetown. It's always the Saturday after Thanksgiving at dark. So hope to see you guys there. That's all I have for now.
Thanks. So I've been having opportunities to go and visit some classrooms, so that's been really awesome. I want to thank all the educators that have come together to share pain points. So Wes and I have sat in on a few of those meetings now. And I'm just very, very grateful for that opportunity to hear what's happening in classrooms. So Idaho Springs, I was at it's like their Chamber of Commerce, but they've given it a new and better name. But they're selling gift cards that are available for all of the merchants downtown. So now you don't have to pick just one. So parents, happy ideas. But tree lighting in Idaho Springs is the same day. So you'll have to choose Idaho Springs or Georgetown for your tree lighting, but also the 29th. On the 30th, there is the Holiday Rumble and Mistletoe Market, and that'll be on 16th Street in Idaho Springs. I attended the DAC. I've gone to the enrollment task force meetings. Also attended DU. The open houses at each of the schools are coming up, with the exception of Georgetown, which was this morning, and it was amazing. Carlson is on December 2nd. The middle school, high school is December 3rd, and King Murphy is December 10th. So you have an opportunity to go and support the schools as they're promoting themselves, and that connection between the schools to the middle school, high school is an important piece as well. And then the last piece is I sit in on the EECL meetings, which is for early childcare, and the group here in Clear Creek County just received a $100,000 Comus Foundation grant, which will help with summer care in Idaho Springs and extended hours in Georgetown. So that
Nice.
yes.
Very nice.
Wes.
Attended the Long Range Planning Committee, as was mentioned, and I appreciate the guidance of the folks who are on that committee as we look to tackle staff salaries, safe school safety, adding to our facilities to make them meet the needs of our community. So we're looking at a lot of things that hopefully that we can have a plan that we can present to the board to make a recommendation to put that forth a ballot initiative for funding. So I'm pretty excited about that work that we're doing right now. Spent the afternoon at DU with Marcy and Jessica with the enrollment task force, and it was great. It was hard to choose at the end who was the best, but you're right, the one that we chose was the one that their professor chose also. And they did a great job, and I have a bunch of notes that I will have taken back, and I'm going to be looking at how we can adapt to those things for increasing enrollment and also creating more engagement between our schools and the community, which was great. So working with the elementary principals and the performing arts program here, which was announced, I believe, today that Annie's going to be the musical in the spring, and so we're looking at allowing or providing opportunity for the 5th graders and 6th graders to participate and watch the performance. So we'll have a special trip for them the days leading up to the evening performance. It's kind of exciting, and we're going to try so we can do a special meal for the kiddos too. So we're putting some things together to make it really a special event for the kids. So that's really cool. I haven't showed the picture, sorry. But we had the Colorado Avalanche visit King Murphy, I think it was last week or recently, and Carlson this week. It was kind of cool to go in there, and they were playing hockey with the kids, the floor hockey, and oh my gosh, We have some up and coming little hockey players who were pretty impressive, but they were just, they're sort of starstruck with the guys that were in there and the team that was there to support the kids, so that was really cool. Safety group, we met, as Carrie Ann mentioned. We're excited to announce that we're gonna have a portable flock camera installed here at the high school that will be used to monitor traffic coming and going and make sure that we have a way of monitoring that. We're also looking to expand that to other schools in the district, so that would be something to look forward to coming up. LiveSpot, as Carrie Ann mentioned, we are very fortunate that the Sheriff's Department has agreed to fund that program. And so we're gonna do a pilot in December, hopefully, and then roll out to staff in January. We have to also change the board policy regarding that too, because we just approved the board policy and now we have to revise it
Change it.
based off our moving forward on that. There was something else we're gonna do with safety and security that I passed on. So but we're working on things.
Radios.
The radios, having to program the radios so we can talk to each other and law enforcement at the same time. It's gonna be fantastic. So we're doing some steps to increase safety and security, more to come. And there's a lot more we need to do. So we're doing the best we can to make sure we take care of those things in a timely manner. So
Is the flock camera donated by the Sheriff's Department?
yes, it is.
I think that's worthy.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
And I think it's neat.
How
Especially
soon is that happening, or?
very soon.
They have them.
They have them,
Just
they're
have
gonna
them.
roll them out, based on location, to I-70, I think it's important to have
Oh, yeah.
those available. Let's see here, I met with, some district representatives to talk about professional development, and so we agreed on our professional development, we're gonna roll out in January on the 9th, and, appreciate the representatives were there to help give us some guidance. And I think it's a good start in our efforts, we're collaboratively on efforts in our district, so thank you. Let's see here, we did the first round of panorama survey and we got really good responses from the elementary schools. So thank you for those staff who are here who helped us get those surveys completed. And we're looking forward to seeing what the students' perceptions of school are. And we'll be using that to guide our school leaders and also myself in our efforts to create a sense of belonging for our students in our schools. Let's see here, attended the case coordinating council last week on Friday. The big discussion is the role of the federal voucher program. There's a lot of concerns about that among all the district and school leaders that were present. And so we're talking to our current governor candidates about that, just to make sure they're aware of our concerns. More information to be coming. And then we also discussed the governor's proposed budget. And although it sounds great to have that early, there's some concerns about the averaging, and that will impact especially our school district and other school districts, because the majority of the districts across Colorado are declining enrollment. So that's up to be discussed further. And also met with representatives that was just mentioned, Jessica's presentation, discussed concerns and some working on some things. Hopefully we'll get some resolution on some of those pretty soon here. And then, of course, attend this morning's breakfast at Georgetown. What a great opportunity, just see the students engage. We saw the kindergarten first grade parade, and they had their balloons that were decorated as different animals, or like you see in the Macy's Day Parade with balloons.
They were
So
doing the
they had them
balloons. around
decorated,
their
they
head.
walked through with their balloons and everything, which was really cool. And great food was put out by all the parents for everybody to share. It was a great potluck and just a great event. So I want to thank the Georgetown staff, Principal Clint, that put that all together with the BTA, which is very, very involved there, and just great experience. So, and thank you.
Great. On to organizing the board. So nominations are now in order.
I would like to nominate, if I may, is the right spot? Are you ready down there? And I'm going to do a slate, okay, and I've warned Lori about this. I would like to nominate Jessica as the president, myself as vice president, and Marcy as secretary treasurer. And you don't need a second.
Are there any other nominations? About discussion? you comfortable with that?
Everybody good? I mean, you can talk about it, it's okay.
Seeing no other nominations, nominations are closed. So,
Then we just do the vote.
yes,
So roll call. Beers,
or do you need to
do you need to?
do for each?
Motion.
Okay, so we're,
Do
for
president
president,
first.
Yep.
there we go. Now we'll do roll call.
Beers,
Yes.
King,
Yes.
Lynch,
Yes.
McHugh,
Yes.
Yes. Or vice president?
Yes. Beers,
Yes.
King,
Yes.
Lynch,
Yes.
McHugh,
Okay,
no.
Yes. And then for secretary treasurer?
Beers,
Yes.
King,
Yes.
Lynch,
Yes.
McHugh,
yes.
Yes. We have no policy work. We have the amendment to the consent agenda. We're going to revisit the minutes. So all that's in the consent agenda is the staffing update. So,
For future agenda items, we'll need to.
well, we just need to vote on the consent agenda first.
Yeah, there's that. Thank you. I just crossed it off.
Oh, you're good. See, it wasn't me today. I like to move along.
I move to approve the consent agenda with the change.
I'll second.
Beers, King,
Yes.
Lynch,
Yes.
McHugh,
Yes.
Yes. All right, now future agenda items.
Those particular policies regarding the conflicts and purchasing, Jen and I will bring that to you guys.
Thank you.
And then also the policy for access control and also the policy that allows for us to do the livestock. Policies are our life, ladies.
So who's planning?
Carrie Ann is
Oh, you are.
Next
If
on the
you're
loop,
okay with
but,
that, yeah.
and then we'll, in December at
Do a
Caspi, we'll go
rotation.
ahead and set up kind of the rotation of the order. So I like to invite another board member to serve with me when we're agenda planning, just because it builds capacity, because, life happens. And I want you guys to feel like you're, learning so that in 2 years you may say, I can do it better than Jessica. And I welcome that, because I'm quite certain that I am surrounded by smarter people than myself. So, any other agenda items? And seeing none, I will look for a
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Beers, King,
Yes.
Lynch,
Yes.
McHugh,
Yes.
Yes. Well, thank you and welcome.
Yes, thank you. Congratulations.